Hi everyone, today I want to share a deeply personal story about trust and betrayal. It's a tale that might resonate with many of you because it dives into the complexities of relationships and the fragile nature of trust. So, let me take you back to a typical Thursday afternoon. I was in the kitchen preparing lunch when I heard my son Ethan's playful giggles turn into distressed cries. Rushing into the living room, I found him holding an empty bottle of eye drops. My heart raced as I snatched the bottle from his tiny hands. "Ethan, no!" I exclaimed, trying to keep my voice calm despite the panic rising within me. I immediately called poison control, my hands shaking as I dialed the number. After a tense conversation with the operator, I was reassured that Ethan would be fine, but advised to keep an eye on him for any unusual symptoms. Relieved yet still shaken, I texted my husband Jake. "I'm about to have a panic attack." His response came almost instantly. "I'm not cheating on you. She's just a co-worker that gets me weed." I stared at my phone in disbelief. What was he talking about? Why would he say that? My mind raced with questions as I tried to make sense of his cryptic message. When Jake came home that evening, I was ready with a barrage of questions. "What did you mean by that text?" I demanded as soon as he walked through the door. Jake sighed heavily and sat down on the couch, avoiding my gaze. "I guess I owe you an explanation," he began reluctantly. He confessed that he had become friends with his co-worker, Sarah. She was the one who got him weed occasionally, and in return, he bought her snacks or lunch sometimes. He insisted that their relationship was purely platonic, and that they only texted about work or weed-related issues. "But why did you delete all your texts?" I asked, my voice trembling with suspicion and hurt. Jake looked down at his hands. "I knew you'd be insecure about it because she's pretty and my type," he admitted. "I didn't want to cause any unnecessary drama." I felt a pang of betrayal. If there was nothing to hide, why go to such lengths to conceal their friendship? My mind was flooded with doubts and insecurities. The next few days were a blur of confusion and emotional turmoil for me. I couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. Jake's confession had only raised more questions than answers. Desperate for clarity, I decided to take Jake up on his suggestion to contact Sarah. I sent her a text, asking if she could share any screenshots of their conversations. To my surprise, Sarah called me back almost immediately. "Hey Emily," she said in a calm and reassuring tone. "I understand why you're worried, but I promise there's nothing going on between me and Jake." Sarah explained that she frequently deleted messages from her phone to avoid clutter, and assured me that their interactions were strictly professional or related to weed transactions. Despite Sarah's reassurances, I couldn't shake the nagging feeling of betrayal. Was this emotional cheating? Were they both lying to cover up something more sinister? Days turned into weeks as I grappled with my emotions. I wanted to believe Jake and Sarah, but the seeds of doubt had already taken root in my mind. One evening, after putting Ethan to bed, I sat down with Jake for another heart-to-heart conversation. "I need you to be honest with me," I pleaded. "Is there really nothing going on between you and Sarah?" Jake looked into my eyes, his expression earnest. "I swear there's nothing going on," he said softly. "She's just a friend who helps me out sometimes." I wanted to believe him, but trust is fragile and easily shattered. I couldn't help but wonder if there was more to the story than Jake was letting on. As time went on, I found myself becoming increasingly paranoid and suspicious of Jake's every move. I began checking his phone whenever he wasn't around and scrutinizing his interactions with female co-workers. One day, while scrolling through social media, I stumbled upon a photo of Sarah at a work event with Jake in the background. They were laughing and seemed genuinely happy in each other's company. A wave of jealousy washed over me as I stared at the photo. Was this proof that there was more to their relationship than just friendship? Or was I reading too much into it? Determined to get to the bottom of things once and for all, I decided to confront Sarah in person. I drove to Sarah's workplace one afternoon and waited outside until she finished her shift. When she finally emerged from the building, I approached her cautiously. "Sarah," I called out hesitantly. Sarah turned around and smiled warmly when she saw me approaching her car parked nearby. "Hey Emily," she greeted cheerfully. "What brings you here?" I took a deep breath before speaking. "I need answers," I said firmly. "I can't keep living like this." Sarah nodded understandingly. "Let's talk," she agreed. "There's a coffee shop nearby where we can sit down." We walked together in silence until we reached the coffee shop. Sarah ordered 2 cups of coffee, and we found an empty table near window overlooking street outside. "Okay," Sarah began once we were seated. "Ask me anything you want." I didn't waste any time getting straight point. "Are you sure there's nothing going between you, Jake?" I asked bluntly. Sarah shook head firmly. "Absolutely not," she replied without hesitation. "We are just friends who help each other out sometimes." "But why did both delete all messages?" I pressed further. "I know it looks suspicious," Sarah admitted. "But honestly, I delete messages regularly because hate clutter my phone, and Jake probably did same thing, avoid causing unnecessary drama home." After our conversation at coffee shop ended, I felt slightly relieved, but still unsure what believe. I returned home later evening, found waiting anxiously living room. "How did go?" he asked nervously. "It went well," I replied honestly. Sarah assured me again there's nothing going between you two. Jake let out sigh relief hearing news. "Thank God," he exclaimed, hugging tightly. "I promise never give reason doubt again." Despite reassurance from both parties involved, I knew rebuilding trust would take time, effort both sides. I decided give marriage another chance, hoping things improve future. Over next few months, we focused rebuilding trust, marriage, working together strengthen bond between us. We attended couple therapy sessions, helped communication skills resolve underlying issues caused rift relationship. Slowly but surely, we began reconnect emotionally, physically, rekindling love once shared. Though scars past remained visible reminders, struggles faced a long way, we learned grow stronger, overcoming obstacles together. Years passed since incident involving hidden friendship co-worker. I'm now confident, trusting husband, completely knowing open, honest communication, key maintaining healthy relationship. Our son Ethan grew happy, thriving young boy, surrounded love, support parents, dedicated, providing best possible upbringing him. Though journey filled ups, downs, twists, turns a long way, we emerged stronger, united than ever before, ready face whatever challenges future held store us. And so ends tale, trust, betrayal, reminding us importance, honesty, transparency, relationships, essential, building lasting foundations, love, loyalty, commitment, each other no matter what obstacles may come path ahead.